So, a few years ago, I started this project to create a YouTube channel on photography where I would speak about photography and about my work as a black and white artist. What happened in the meantime was that I was involved in other things, namely my own work, which at the time gave me very few time to do something else. So the YouTube idea became a secondary idea while my own work in photography was just involving and learning new things and doing new things. So fast forward a few years, I now decided that it was time to relaunch this new old idea of a channel where I will mainly concentrate it on my own work, and I will show you how I do things and how I shoot things, and from there I will try to learn something by myself and from the comments and people around this channel. Now, first things first, and let's take one thing out of the way. The way that I do my own photography probably is not the best one there is, but it's the way that I want to do my images and the way that I can express myself better. So I came to learn how to shoot by practice, shoot, practice. And for instance, composition never came natural to me. There are people who are born with it, but that was really not my case. So what happened was I had to learn, and it literally took me several years to learn until it became my second nature. So now when I pick up a camera, I naturally compose the image, but this was a long period of learning. So for you, the listener or the viewer, who actually have problems doing image composition, don't worry. If you stick to the plan to continue shooting, it will come to you and you will do it naturally.
I don't know if you can see me right now, but I'm going to try to shoot this. And the thing is, I have a huge pylon on the back. Probably you can see it, which is completely anesthetic. And but I think I have a way to deal with it, which is to tilt and swivel the lens, the frontal lens of the camera.
So for those of you who don't know, I shoot a lot of medium format and big format as well.
So for this, I'm using my Takihara. I'm sorry about if this mic is bringing any noise. So I'm bringing a large format camera. The composition that I thought was initially spoiled because of this tree here besides me. But well, and I'm shooting with a retro pan film from Foma. Now, let's bring the beast out. And voila. Let's zero this. Okay. And I'm going to use a wide angle, lens. Is this correct? Yeah, this is good. The problem of all this is that I'm not going to develop it today. I'm just going to develop it at a later stage. So you will not be seeing the final result right about now, but you'll see the final result in about a few weeks when I do another video. And like that, it's done. And voilà. So, front off. Let's open the shutter. It's open. Let's put it at 5.6. So this is a Schneider. I was going to say Krosnet, but I don't know if this is the correct pronunciation of the name, so I'm just going to say Schneider. And I have One can literally see nothing. I really need to pass some contrast on this so I can have a go. So the problem is the pylon over there. That's the issue. So let me show you the Schneider. You can see it. Let's bring the dark cloth. Well, first of all, this is a 90 millimeters, so this is going to be at infinity at 9 centimeters, which is going to be more or less here. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to block this, and then I'm going to tilt the camera. Oh no, wait, it's swivel and tilt. So I'm going to tilt and swivel in a way that I have this part in focus, especially the entrance, which is about covered, but I think it will make do, and the ear 1737 on the pylon in the back completely out of focus. So as you can see, the lens is tilted backwards and swiveled. I'm going to show you the movement that she does. So I can swivel even more or less, from one side to the other one. I choose it like this, and it goes fine. Well, now if I would have to shoot it again, I would have to use it and reframe the whole thing. But I'm just going to dismount to remove the thing now. And I also tilt it slightly backwards. I can do it even more if you want to see. So I can tilt it like this, and I can even tilt it a bit further like this. So now I can just barely see the entrance of the thingy from here. I need to focus this, but I need to create contrast. And to create contrast, I'm going to use this little guy. And this allows me to see much better an otherwise completely impossible thing.
For those of you who don't know, this is a large format cloth you need to put on top of the camera to create contrast.
There's the pound. So what do I want? I want it like this. Now I need
a good old loop. Now this is self-explanatory, but it's extremely precious while in the field.
So I want the entrance completely in focus. So this is now in focus. So I'm going to do the shot. I'm going to remove this guy. Put it on the floor.
And yes, on this type of photography, the floor is a very good friend of yours.
Also not very practical to lose my glasses. So I'm going to put this unit. So this one has two films inside, one of each side. And I think that at 1/400 or 1/500, that should have something like f13, f16, f18. 1/500, f14. That was not bad. So let's see. No, we'll try it like this and see how it goes. So put the unit on. Now I need to do something, which is to close the lens. The lens is closed, and now 1/500 of a second, f18. To do this, which makes life a bit easier, I also need this guy. So I'm going to take the dark slide out. First of all, I'm going to see if it works. It does. So dark slide out. Change size so I know that this one was used. Cock the shutter, and 1, 2, 3. There you go. One shot was taken. Now, I think that that was not overly complicated, and that large photography differs from medium format photography just in a way that it's a bit more expensive than medium format is. The sheets of large format are well more expensive than a roll of 12 exposures in medium format.
And yes, there is a very big difference between medium format 35 millimeters and large format. Just look how far we can zoom in without losing any quality whatsoever. This to show how far large format goes on retaining detail and quality of image that nowhere else you can get it from.
So many thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Many thanks. Goodbye. Or as we say in Portuguese, muito obrigado. Até à próxima.